What's up, good people, bad people, and everybody in between? Mark Holmes here with
Mike Lincoln Fitness.
and as always, I want to thank y'all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe B Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know it's not working. Our Dallas Cowboys are on the field as we speak right now. And of course, we're waiting for updates and stuff. And we got DeMarcus Lawrence.
Where's he crying about his shoulder again?
Come on, man. Give the man a break.
He was crying about his shoulder 2 years ago.
DeMarcus, it's his back, okay? DeMarcus Lawrence as well as Amari Cooper
That's not surprising.
that are on the PUP list. They ain't practicing right now. We talking about practice.
At least him gonna get opportunity.
That's actually the best thing, is that some of the young guys will get a chance. So I was sitting here thinking in my mind, yesterday was for me crazy. Crazy to hear Jerry Jones basically
I bet they was wrong.
call
twice.
himself an ass and say that he screwed up.
That's what they're saying on NFL Network. They say use some choice words.
Well, he did. And he should. Because he did. What he needs to do is, he owes all of us, the fans, an apology.
He said he said he effed up about that Prescott contract too.
Well, that was actually Steven.
Listen,
But regardless, in my mind, I'm just wondering. Jerry says,
well, they buried the hatchet before.
well, just hold up for a second here, son.
Because in his Hall of Fame speech, he kind of buried the hatchet, but he said he was wrong during his Hall of Fame speech.
Jerry Jones said that
But he didn't cry.
he would
about it.
write a check for whatever it took to get a Super Bowl,
Well, isn't
right?
that what he said before?
Yeah, he
He
did.
said, I'll pay for a Super Bowl.
Right, but he
Like
said
that.
there's nothing that he would. I mean, he sounded like a man out of desperation.
Of course, because he wants one before it's his time. Whenever that will be.
All right, so then here's the question.
'Cause you never.
Here
never
is
know.
the question then. What is fair for Jerry Jones to give up to get that Super Bowl? What would be a fair price? Would it be, I win one more Super Bowl and we sell the Cowboys?
I don't think you're going to do that.
This is hypothetical. This is hypotheticals. We know that Jerry's not going to do that, but we're just saying, what would be fair?
I think him stepping down would be fair.
Him stepping down with Stephen Jones still there?
Yeah, Jerry Jones steps down. You want a Super Bowl, you step down.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
All right. Would
I
it
mean,
be?
realistically, that's what they probably would do if you had to give up something. Because
All right.
is the power.
Step down. How about all of his money?
I mean,
Give up all his money
He said write a check.
for one more Super Bowl.
He said write a check. He said before all I gotta do is pay for a Super Bowl.
Well, okay, pay for one. Pay for one, but not with necessarily all of his money. What do you think would be fair for him? Because, here's the thing. Okay, let's think about it this way. If you're the NFL, who seems to be all in on money, who is basically going to double the gate receipts by literally gambling, which is what?
You can go to Washington's bum-ass stadium and you can go gamble if you like.
On game day.
On game day.
Not just them, but also too the Nationals and the Nats and everything else.
Well,
But if they're all in on Monday. They didn't go on and put the team in Vegas and stuff. And it seems like they don't give a rat's ass about anything but money. What if they said, Jerry, $10 billion. $10 billion under the table for a Super Bowl. Because they say the teams are going to be worth $8 to $10 million within a couple of years, right? And if you're the NFL, if you got $10 billion from Jerry Jones, which is basically the Cowboys and probably all his cash, which basically is everything, you know how much money the Super Bowl would have after a pandemic? I mean, seriously, if the Dallas Cow, because here's the thing, how many people really care about Tampa Bay? Seriously.
I mean,
okay.
if it wasn't for the pandemic, I don't think that they would have been in the Super Bowl, to be honest.
Well, it was great.
Because
It's kind of funny that it was in their home stadium.
Well, you think about it though, you got another team and you got a home team, so you're not bringing a whole bunch of players from a different state.
Right.
So I mean, it makes perfect sense.
But Kansas City is popular and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they're not that popular. I mean, everybody likes Pat Mahomes and stuff. But if you put the Dallas Cowboys,
you talk about Kermit the Frog?
oh, see, there you go.
Yeah, I'm not the only one.
But if you had the Dallas Cowboys in the Super Bowl, and I thought for sure when last time I was in Houston, I thought for sure that's when the Cowboys were going to go because literally you would have had the mass exodus of Dallas to Houston, and it would have been crazy. Oh, speaking of crazy, there's Stewart. Let me check in with Stewart. Hold up. Well, damn. My man, if you watched our second, we did 2 live streams yesterday in after the press conference, and then as well as with my man D2 Stu when we're doing fantasy football, and we have fantasy football leagues that if you want to join, check out our Discord channel and stuff, and to just kind of flag my man Stu and say, hey, I want to be in one of the teams and stuff. But Stu just broke some news, and Stu, by the way, if you've ever seen the movie Pulp Fiction, one of my favorite movies, Pulp Fiction. Love that because that's my man. Samuel L. Jackson. But in that movie, there's the scene after Vinny ends up shooting the guy in the back of the head in the car, and they take him over to the guy's house and stuff, and they're trying to figure out what to do, and they're panicking, and they call Vin Rhames, who is the mobster guy. And he's cool, and and Samuel L. Jackson's like, man, go blah 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 blah. He's like, hey, I got this. I'm sending in Mr. Wolf. Oh, you sending in the Wolf? Okay, my man. Okay, that's not exactly what he said. You know what he said, but he was happy. Well, Stewart is AKA Mr. Wolf, okay, because he's handling stuff, and he just broke me some news about the NFL. COVID rules. Now, Michael Irvin went all in on the Cowboys and saying, if you don't get vaccinated, you are hurting the team because if you are taken out, that hurts the whole team. So get your stuff done. You heard Jerry Jones basically saying that they're closing in on the 85%, and I think he's actually going in with Pfizer and stuff. There's probably some money involved in that because he's like, basically, we need to go ahead and get vaccinated because we don't want to have that situation. Well, I got to double check. But my understanding of what Stewart just told me is if, let's say you have the Baltimore Ravens situation where they had a coach who ended up not following protocol, get COVID and take it to the team, and you'll remember that the game kept getting delayed. That's not going to happen this year. What's going to happen is if your team has a mass exit of players that are not vaccinated and an outbreak happens and they can't play the game, then guess what? There is no moving the games anymore. There's no moving the games this year. And what that's going to happen is you forfeit the game, you take a loss. And, here's where you really hit them where it hurts. Not only do you lose the game, as in you get a loss, but you are now responsible for any lost revenue because of that. We're talking about the television games. We're talking about the gate revenue if you're away games, so to speak. You're talking about the players who are not playing salary. So if you're talking about, like, let's say you were paying the Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers makes about $2 million a game, and you put that whole roster out there. I basically would say if the salary cap is $183 million and you divide that by 17 weeks, that's basically $11 million. $11 million just to compensate the players. And then you got to talk about the gate revenue that's lost. So, again, that's probably another $11 million. Plus the television. So you're talking about if your team is held out, from a game due to COVID because your players didn't get vaccinated, then you're paying big money. So the NFL basically is saying, players, get vaccinated for the season. I don't know what Cole Beasley's going to do because he basically said, I'll retire before I do that.
Well, he should, because he's not going to do anything.
He's not going to do anything?
I think.
But he's going to get paid if he shows up.
I understand that, but his career is winding down.
But, right, more the reason why you want to show up and get those last couple of paychecks.
He might be financially okay to say, hey, I'm good.
Yeah. Shout out to Mr. Wolf for notifying us.
So you don't know what his financial situation. He might be good financially.
Okay. Oh, by the way, let me be clear here. Okay, let me be clear here. There's a bunch of you guys out there that have ordered racks and things like that, and Joe Barty's and stuff. We just got the glue. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Well, we sent some stuff out early part of the week.
Yeah. David Wiley. Look, there's David's.
He's gonna pick it up.
David Wiley. I guess he's gonna get it when we go to the thing.
Oh yeah.
We got the two-tone Tampa Bay one that's right here. We got a couple of Cowboy ones. Hawk, your two. We're gonna hold on to those till you come.
Oh yeah. Plus
and then
your trophy.
And my buddy on Instagram who he wants the table. I got the table over here started. Look, the table's back over here. I got to sand it and start painting it, and I got to get back with you to find out what kind of racks you wanted to go and how you wanted your color scheme painted for your Joe Barty. So I apologize that it's taken me some time, but I've had a couple of things to do with the Pro Football Hall of Fame. It just did. So bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. I'm Mark Holmes with Michael Anthony Fitness, and you're up to date. Peace.
All right. Bless you, brother.
Broke Ass Media in full effect.
Broke Ass Media. Drew Pearson, original 88 Hall.
Oh.